All right, friends, I wish we could work on this today, but that's not what we're doing. We're going to go work on something that I don't really want to work on, and we're going to get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and I need to grab, I brought along some fresh fuel here from town. We're gonna take that with us because we're gonna go try to work on a side-by-side. Actually, two of them. I had a person call, and normally I do not like to work on side-by-sides or lawnmowers or anything with small air-cooled engines because that is a can of worms and a headache. But I've done a lot of stuff for them, worked on their stuff before, and you'll know that when you see where we're at. But it started with telling me about one of them, and then he mentioned the other one of his father-in-law's, and that leads me to wonder if in fact what is going on is that they got a hold of some bad gas, because he would have been the one to go get the gas for both of them, because the father-in-law is older. So, you know, I doubt that, I don't know. Or at the very least, if they have it delivered, the same person who delivers it to one would deliver it to the other. And it's possible that they got a bad batch or something, you know. So we're gonna go check it out and see if we can figure it out, and maybe hopefully all that's wrong with it is we need to clean it out real good and you know, put some fresh gas in it and it'll run. I know years ago when I worked at the farm stores, way back in the high school days or so, people would bring in stuff all the time and try to return it or complain or say it needs worked on because it wouldn't run, and 99% of the time you drain out the gas and put good gas in it and it runs immediately. So that's what we're going to operate under first, and we'll see, because one of the things is supposedly has a new carburetor that he had somebody put on, and now it's not running right. So that's what we're going to investigate, but we will get on our way. I think I have everything I need loaded up, so that's what we're going to do. All right, two sad little side-by-sides. And we got to figure out what's the problem here. So this one is a Rhino, a Yamaha. Oh, boy, it's hot. I shouldn't have parked so close, but let's see what the thing does. Okay, there it's doing what we're after it for. It doesn't idle worth a crap. Also, I don't think its parking brake really works. So you hear that. Accelerates good. Doesn't run worth a darn at an idle. Oh. Okay, well, and then it will kill it. So the next question is, see, I know nothing about these, and that's what makes me not really want to volunteer to do these kinds of things, because I have no idea even how to get to the motor. I would assume that the seats come up somehow. Okay. Let's see, does this one come up that way? And then we still can't get to it. Okay. Well, looky there. It's actually very clean. There's our carburetor. It's got a little bit of nastiness to it. But see, the thing that I'm worried about is there's probably no adjustments on it really, because most of these carburetors nowadays are made where they just don't have any adjustment at all. And I hate to just start tearing into it, because we're just not gonna know if we got I'd love it if I could get the bottom bowl off of it without taking it all off, but there's no way to do that. You're gonna have to take it apart and clean it and hope you don't destroy the gaskets, and then put it back together. Also, it appears to me that has Allen head on the clamps, which I did not bring along because I didn't think about that. So I'll have to do that. I would love to just take this home instead of having to run back and forth all the time. Okay, I'm gonna think about that in my brain. Let's see what this one does. This one supposedly does the same thing. And we're gonna see. It's in park. Oh, it's not in neutral. Boy, this one's a sick dog. This one kind of idles. Let's see if we can. Let's see what this one does. This one I can tell you, which you probably can't tell. It's a dog. It has no throttle action really. This one seems very low on power compared to what I think it should have. It's just very sluggish. And then let's see if it'll probably die too. Now this one I think you get to by, let me see here. This one's power bed, and I think it's all under here. This one idles good and runs smooth, but it just has nothing. Okay. I know they'd rather have that one fixed first, but this one I can get to easier. I would like to see what the fuel looks like coming into it. I think that's where I'd like to start. In typical fashion, I don't have enough tools. I thought I did, and I don't. So what I want to do is drop the ones I do have on the ground. No, not really. I want to try to get this fuel line off and run a little bit of fuel down and see if it looks like it's got water in it. Okay. We need to investigate further, I guess. This one does have a screw on the side. And this one might be easier to get loose than that other one. I don't know. They have two different problems, so I don't know that we can just say that it was what I thought it was going to be, because, and there again, I know nothing about these, so I don't know that I can do much. Well, as much as we like switching gears all the time, I'm thinking we need to pull this one apart, but I don't really want to. I really don't want to do this at all. I wonder if I can take this all loose as one, like if I'd take the clamps off, just so I could flip it over and get the bottom bowl off of it. And then that's what I'm after, is cleaning out the bottom of the carburetor, because I assume that's where the problem is going to be. But I mean, I know nothing about these at all. This is the kind of thing, if this was mine, I'd probably buy a different carburetor and throw this one away and forget it. Because I just do not have the patience to work on these. And I don't have Allen head stuff with me, so I need to see if he's got anything that I can borrow. And that's where we are. Okay, I found some Allen wrenches. Guess we might as well dump them out, because we're going to be here a while. Is that the right size? It's pretty close. Let's see if we can just... Oh, it's going to be fun too, because it's not coming loose easy. It's making me work for it. So that's wonderful. See, this is one of those examples where the people who call, they don't understand the severity of what this actually takes to do this. They said, just come over and adjust the carburetor. Well, the friends, there ain't no adjusting this carburetor, really. You got to take it apart. There's no adjusting. I mean, it's not like that. So we got to just see what we can accomplish here. Now this one appears to me like, I'm not really sure how it works. There's the fuel pump, but is it, I guess it is vacuum driven. There's the hose. I was thinking for a minute maybe it was electric, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't kid yourself. I was hoping I could just trick this into playing nice and leave it all. I'm going to leave everything attached if possible and just flip it over. Now that gas, I can see, I think does have some water in it from where it's pooled. Yeah, it has it has some water in it. So that's good. That's kind of what I was hoping we might find. But then the question begs, do we drain this whole tank, or do we just fix it? I don't know. Let's get there first. Alright. We're going to have to take some stuff loose, I guess, because we don't have quite enough play. But then you got stuff like this. I got no idea where that was. I hope that was just a vent. I think it was. I don't see any other place that would be. Okay. Well, you're not cooperating, Mr. Carburetor. I just want to get you flipped over enough to... I guess I can do it like that. What's this? That's another... That must be the drain. Has a built-in drain. You just take that screw loose and it drains it. Maybe that's all I would have had to do. I would feel better if there was something I could take loose and blow out with some brake cleaner and then put it back together. That would make me feel better. Make me feel like I did something. Alright, will this screwdriver do it? This is actually probably too big. What's gonna suck is I'm gonna get into something where I don't have a gasket. Oh, now there's another issue I see. That wire on the bottom of here. Let's pull those off. That yellow wire's got a bad place in it. And if that has something to do with this, that could potentially be part of a problem too. But since I don't know what that does, it can't hurt me. I have no idea what I'm doing, which I tried to relay to the owners several times, and yet I still got the job. Gently. Gently. Uh-oh. Why doesn't that come loose? Easy. There's something in there that won't come off. Oh, are you serious? It's gonna make me take that... It's gonna make me take that electrical thing out of there to get this out. Right? Or is that just my human stupidity there that it won't quite clear that? No, it's like they purposely made it where you can't get that off. Oh, balls. That's just not exactly what I wanted to happen. We're learning. We're learning together. We're reinforcing the belief that I don't do this normally, because I'm already getting frustrated. And that won't fit that. Will it? Or is it just that it needs to be deep well and I don't have deep well? Is that what it was? Nope, that's way too big. Well, that sucks, the big canute. Inappropriate tools. Yep, inappropriate tools. There we go, that's all I... Oh, stupid Ross. Why did you do that? I heard something hit the deck and I got no idea what it was. Exactly why I didn't want to do this. There it is, I see it. Wow, that's something wrong. Maybe I found the problem. This fell out. Could it be that the only trouble this had was that... Oh, friends, you got too hot, but I'm too excited to stop. I discovered when I took that bowl off, you heard something hit the deck. And it turns out that the jet, one of the jets in there, had fallen off. And it was laying down in the bottom of the bowl. And I'm hoping that that is the only thing that was wrong with this. Wouldn't that be snazzy if that was the case? Now I just got to try to get all this lined up again, though. Man. That might be easier said than done. There we go. Is that going to go in there? Oh my clamp has slipped. There we go. Come on. Well, let's tighten one. I'm so anxious to try this now. If I could actually fix this, wouldn't that be great? I don't know what's going to keep it from doing the same thing again. I tightened it up, but I mean, maybe it doesn't, it just happens over time. I don't know. I really hate to use Loctite in a carburetor jet. Oh, this one has to be good and tight, because this is the actual intake mounting, and if we don't do this one good, it will leak vacuum and not run good at all. And beforehand it was not tightened up all the way to that stop, and that may be just the way it is. It may be that that's not the right bushing. Now I don't know. I don't want to twist it off, but I also don't want it to leak. Maybe they did that for a reason. Maybe it's a set amount of tight. And so we're going to go till it hits that. Oh, I hope this works. There we go. This one, I think we're going to have to go a little bit looser to get it to jump back in the groove, because it has somehow spun. There we go. And the time we had it off, it couldn't just work, you know. That would be much too easy. This one does not have a stopper in it. Okay. All right. let's put this back. I need to put the fuel line back wherever it is. It goes. It actually needs to go under. Okay, we need to do some little bit of organization here. I'm pretty sure that that was, well, I guess it doesn't matter where it's at, as long as it's not in a bind. Is that everything? I think so. Let's put all our tools away, or off of this one, so that we can drive it again. Okay, let's see if we can do any better this time. Now it won't even run. Oh, it's out of gas. Not knowing where any of this goes is half the fun, I guess. Idle. That's pretty good. She said that he said that he couldn't do anything with it or it would die. So I think we got her fixed. That should be neutral. That seems like that's suck if this dies and then we have to walk back. This would make a circle around there, but I don't know. That seems like a dip. Yep. I would also venture to guess that I'm probably running it a little bit more than the owner, because he's older and I have a feeling he probably doesn't hammer on it too much. He probably puts it around. I might be wrong, but I've drove it around for a while and got it kind of hot, and I think its biggest issue is probably that it doesn't get run enough. Also, I lost, where did that go? Oh, that went on here. There we go. He said, or she told me that what he said, he couldn't even back up, and I can back up fine. But what I have a feeling, another problem secondary to it being, we can drive around some more and talk, secondary to it being that piece falling out, I just have a feeling that if he's been putting around, I need to ask her how he drives it. If he's been in high gear and just putting around like this, you know, the thing never gets run then wide open, and eventually you would have trouble with like carbon buildup and stuff. And I've been running the guts out of it, and I wonder if that's, you know, have I burned out some of that and now it's running better. So I'm gonna find out from her if that's the case, and then what I would recommend maybe is that he put it in low range so that it runs a little bit higher RPM, but he can still go fairly slow, but have it running like this, and it won't be engines don't like to run at low RPMs for hours and hours and hours, you know. And I just wonder if that's what he's been doing, because high is the first gear you go into, and I'm just thinking back to like my grandpa and his way of thinking. I can put this together where the guy's like forward, so put it in the first gear, and then he's just running it slow, and that's not really what this needs. It needs to be run using the full range of RPM. So like now I'm in low range, and maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe he drives it just fine, and driving this is a mistake for me, because this is just reinforcing in my mind how much I really want one of these, a side by side. I think I would use the heck out of it, but then again I'd probably also kill myself on it. Let's let it sit a minute and idle. Should be in neutral now. I mean, it's good and warm now, so it should be, but here I'm putting it in reverse. Well, I thought I was. Oh, now I'm in neutral. I guess I wasn't quite in. There we go. But yeah, I could go just fine. It sounds like maybe a brake is hanging up too. But there's neutral. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, diff lock. I don't know where that is. Is that under here? No. Lock. I mean, I think that's about as good as we can do with what we got with us. It's kind of weird on the shutting off and starting. It takes a minute for it to die. Then when you want to start it, it takes it a minute to, like, you got to sit and hold the key for cranking. I don't know. I'm gonna have him try it and see what he thinks, but I could definitely live with this. I mean, I think it runs and drives fine. I actually like that little thing. I mean, it's got a ton of power for its size, I think. Looks like he's just about wore all the tread off the tires. But I know, it's probably like my grandpa with his golf cart. He ran that every day. I bought that golf cart, and I don't think I hardly ever got to use it because he was using it all the time. So, I'm going to put the cover back on it, and we're going to call this one fixed, potentially. All right, victim number 2. What do we want to do here? I'm of the mind that, well, we could do what we did to the other one. We could take it off and see if there's any noticeable things that are causing us a problem. But I don't know that we're going to find anything. I mean, maybe we should start here. You know? Let's see if it's... Well, that looks okay. Okay, what do we want to do? It looks kind of messy, so maybe let's take it off and then see about cleaning everything up and see if there's any passages that can be sprayed in or what, because it is leaking. I mean, obviously somewhere everything is covered with something. So if we could get this apart, sometimes just taking it apart and blowing some stuff through it and putting it back together is all it takes. It's going to be super annoying though, because the mud flap thing is right above my head the whole entire time. All right, we've got the mud flap of sadness right in our face, but that's part of it, I guess. I found a folding chair to sit in, so that's a little bit better than having to kneel down the whole time I'm doing it. I'm afraid his little gator is going to need some major attention very soon. And what I'm saying is, check out his frame. I'm afraid his frame is about to perform a frame delete at some point. And I don't know, but that would probably hurt if you were moving along in it at a pretty good clip and then it decided to let loose. I don't know that for sure, but gonna have to take this off, I think, to get the other one off, because I can't. Oh, I see why. The other thing is missing the half of the tabs that does that. Maybe that's enough, though, that we can get under it. Is it? I bet I'm not gonna have the right amount of stuff here because of I bet it takes a wrench, or in this case it's going to take a electrical pliers. No, I'm going to have a wrench for that side, but if I can get this off, I can see what size it is, and I don't have to run back and forth all the time. But we got to remember our order here of what goes on, so we don't screw it up. And just a quick perusal tells me that it's probably about 10 millimeters. So let me go set one of those up and I'll bring you back. All right, not to be surprised, but a 10 millimeter is in short supply. So we're gonna have to, okay, sure. We're gonna have to operate with this. I hope we're gonna operate with this. That would tighten, but it won't loosen. Well, do you have to be that way? It's gonna make me run home for one little thing, because I didn't bring it with me. I don't suppose I could cheat with this. Nope. Okay, I gotta hunt up something. I gotta find a 10 millimeter something. All right, a box end isn't good enough. Let's see if an open end will do it. This is one of those things where, what were you thinking, JD? Why did you make it this way? They put a cutout in it so you can't use a socket. You have to use an open end wrench in order to get that off of there. That's dumb. Yet again, why I do not enjoy the now that's interesting. Well, let's look at that other thing in a minute and see if it has come on off of there. I'll explain what my brain is thinking here in a minute, as soon as I can get this out of there. Come on out of there. You. There we go. I noticed that there's only part of a gasket on that other thing, but that's not. There goes the gasket for that side. I need to get that. Need to get that picked up. We don't want to lose that. Okay, this should just come out of there like this. Let's let that sit. Uh-oh. Plastic clip of sadness? Sure. Alright. Nothing unstandard here. The very Chinesium carburetor. I think, though, we should probably empty the bowl and see what's going on in there. He says as he makes a mess. This we're going to regret. I can tell you that now, because what's going to happen is we'll end up probably destroying. Oh, that's actually super clean. Okay, let's leave that alone. Well, no, let's get the brake clean and let's put it through that. Let's blow it through the orifices. I don't really want to use it too much on here because it'll make all that rubber leak probably. Well, that looks new again, doesn't it? Wonder what's under that screw. Should we find out what's under that screw? I vote no, but we're going to anyway. Gotta be careful because we don't know. There could be a ball in there. There's a very tiny orifice in there. So, unfortunately, as far as I can tell here, this carburetor is non-adjustable. There is no adjustment on it of any kind other than idle speed. So it is what it is. I can do nothing for him on that. That's just how she goes. That's what I was afraid of. A lot of these small engines of today, which is partly why I don't like working on them, a lot of them just have non-adjustable things, like whatever it is, and that's how it's gonna be. I mean, so now I got this all out of whack, and I probably can't get, okay, I probably can't get that to go through there as one. I probably got to put the rubber in first, which means I got to get the spring unhooked, get this off of there, lay that down, put this in there, put this, well, probably it would be easier to put the spring in first, and then put this in there like that, put that on there like that, put the left one in, you put the right one out. I need the gasket in and shake it all about. No, this has to go. Well, there we go. Okay, we're going back together, friends. We're going back together. I think we decided this is just, it just slips on there now. That's fine. Gotta get that back on there. And we're gonna have to, I would like to get him a gasket for between this plastic and that metal. I don't think that's very good anymore, but that's not gonna cause any difference in running. The only thing it would do is potentially let unfiltered air in, but I'd say that it's very slim that is gonna happen. All right. We're gonna tighten this clamp down, and then we're gonna say the secret mechanic's blessing that's going to cure all of this thing's problems. That way I don't feel guilty about charging them. Yeah. Okay, I think that's everything. Let's clean our tools off of the machine that we're working on, so we don't end up slinging them in the driveway. But that's about all we can do for this one, because that's, unless there's some carburetor out there that a guy can get that gotta have the key on to put the bed down. Unless there's some carburetor out there that a guy can get that is adjustable, there's nothing we're gonna do here. I don't remember where the choke is on this. Is it over here? Yeah. Okay, let's see, what did we decide? This one idles nice, but it just has no power. It might be a case of apples to oranges, though. That other thing might be, it's probably geared more for road travel as well, whereas this one is geared for working around the farm. speed on this. Ugh. I'm getting hit by bugs in the face or something. Some kind of little critters must have been out. Quite honestly, I think this is fast enough because his grandkids play with this. And this is some pretty uneven terrain back here, especially on the backside. I noticed a while ago. So I would say that we don't want them going at road speeds because that would be a bad deal. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's not gonna pull me. It's not as impressive as the other one is all that it is. So, but that could be a cubic inch difference or whatever you want to say, displacement. The other one might be a lot more. I don't know what this is engine size wise. That other one was 450. So this being a two-wheel drive, more of a turf yard machine, it may not it just may not have as much as that other one, you know. It doesn't have suspension like the other one, I can tell you that. You feel the every bump a lot more than the other one. I just wonder if what... All right. The owner for the other one actually came by and he said, oh yeah, that's a lot better. So he's going to use that one, no problem. This one, I think, is about as good as we can get it. It sits here and idles, and he said it wouldn't idle. So that's about as good as you could hope for there. It just doesn't have an overwhelming amount of speed or power, really. I mean, it's not snappy like that other one, but like I said, we're comparing two totally different machines. I don't know that this one's got any markings. We could work that up. It's a Kawasaki, but I don't know how many cubic inches it is or whatever, or cc's or however they do that on these. But I think that's about all we can do for them. I mean, it wanted, yeah, see, I mean, it takes off and runs. So I don't know that there's anything else I could do to make it better than that. So I'm going to call this a success. Whether we fixed it or not, I guess time will tell, but I think we did both of them a little good. I don't know that I did that one a whole lot of good, but that one, I'm convinced that I found an actual problem because the carburetor was partially disassembled inside. So, and he said, if it doesn't work like this, he said, can you get a new carburetor? And I said, I'm sure we probably can. So I'll probably take a picture of it just so I don't forget what it is in case that ever happens. But I'll just take some pictures of the markings and stuff. But he said he couldn't even get it into gear because it would like rev up so high like it was doing. Well, I guess it was probably sucking way too much fuel through there without that restriction. So anyway, he was happy with it, and he's gonna go because he said he's had a knee replacement and he can't hardly get around without it anymore. So he's probably getting close to 90 years old. I don't know exactly, but anyway, we're gonna leave this one here, friends. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.